Okay, Queenly 18. Return. Some years ago, I was revealing this information. It's on hacking. It's on government hacking. It's on private citizens hacking, and it's medical hacking. So, in the coding, what the coding had done, we're going to resume with coding as part of the hack topics. Pardon me. We have to just be so honest. Anywho, the coding, each time either it was a contract, someone wanted to hire me. These people had stole my business, so they created a code with my phone where they were rerouting my phone calls. People were pretending calls. People were pretending to be me because my calls were rerouted from my business and my personal. So they wanted to create a code for me and my children whenever we applied for something or ordered something, purchased something. They had us coded so they can keep track of us to assault us and to steal. I'm grateful that my daughters, prior to my youngest graduating from high school, asked her dad, maybe we'll make an arrangement. Let's cancel the child support. I need her to move back in with you. It's unsafe. I have some investigations that could possibly kill me. I need to protect our children. So I'm grateful that my daughters trusted mom and went back with their dad. My daughter, Abigail, was staying with some fat, funky Jamaican bitch named Jewel. I had to go in and stay with her several nights because they were doing the same thing to she. One night she was attacked. I fucked them up. It was not just adults, it was youth. Even now, they want to have these fucking youth around me because they were training these little ugly, funky bitches to be thieves. I hate children. I hate fucking children and other people's fucking children. I hate children. I have 21 and older. Three. And three fucking only. So why these bitches wanted to switch my eyes to some yogi black ass eyes because all these psychotic motherfuckers look through eyes calling themselves spiritual and mystic yogi, huh? And you motherfuckers were nothing but nosy and still are. Motherfuckers have been attempting, knowing there's a new power grid, knowing there's a new count. These people are in disbelief, especially you honkies, you rich fuckers, you society motherfucking people are still in fucking fucking belief that there's a new power grid, that there's a new world order, of which everyone knew then that the world order was me. Had a lot of fucking men wanting to switch me to be a man. They even went in the algorithm and tried to give me a dick. They tried to change my body structure to look like a fucking man, especially a funky ass Bob Marley dope head motherfucker. And since I'm speaking of that piece of shit and his lineage, Kamani is the only righteous one. Again, had he not came here, changed his fucking zip code, I probably would have been dead before now. Because the motherfuckers was coming in raping on me. Kamani had to introduce himself to me in a way that wasn't so pleasant. And that could have created distrust opportunity, but they could know that I knew that he was here. We were supposed to be met. They knew he and I wanted to meet one another. So the Marley's, the coffee was my mother's recipe. That mocha, exactly my mama's. The iced tea that the Marleys had, the Marleys iced tea, was my mama's, of which all you fucking Jamaican ass bitches ran our home tasting. You tasted my jerk sauce. You fucking Mexicans, y'all tasted my salsa. All you bitches wanted all my recipes and was bottling the shit. Belly Up was bottling my jerk sauce. Darcy Levy, guilty. All of them were nosy and stealing. They were all on my phone, connected to the codes, as if I was chasing these pathetic fucking bitches around. I'm just doing me. And all these fuckers wanted me, claiming that I'm attempting to be them. For one, Darcy is not the finest fucking thing. If I was a lesbian, a dyke, she wouldn't have been who I went for. Two, her husband's a fucking drunk. What she have I want? Zodi breath smell like shit all the time. Why would I want Zodi? His breath smell like shit. On every fucking turn, not one motherfucking moment did this hacker breath smell good. They all fucking stunk. All of them fucking stunk. I says I can't associate with people like them, but they were all coding me. So each time there was an event at the bookstore, at the Quaker House, you can see the portals, the algorithm, all they fucking cameras and shit moving about. It's supposed to be in translucent world. And they were surprised that I knew about it. I guess I was supposed to have been some bobo, some dummy. I'm 51. My daddy and mama were very wise. The new Illuminati eye. What was your position? What was your title, Uncle Chuck, in the Navy? Anywho, all of these fucking men in their books, I could hear them, and I'm glad I had surveillance on because we caught a lot of them. They couldn't deny it. They were on certain channels. You bitches wanted to create channels on me and mine. We have 4 channels only. 1, 2, 7, and 9. Where the rest of the channels come from, because some fucking bitches wanted to create some motherfucking tiers so they can keep up with every fucking body and every fucking thing they were doing. Talking about Nutria. Fuck you bitches. Y'all some fraudulent, phony motherfuckers. This man here, Vernon Beckles, United States Air Force, retired, now Prime Minister of Defense for West Indies and Barbados, as well as the Duke of Barbados and West Indies. This was my partner of whom they were all hacking. I was not with Frederick, a.k.a. Dion, a.k.a. Dunduza, a.k.a. Bumenthu, a.k.a. Crazy 8, which was what Crazy 8 Ball was supposed to have been the faggot-ass motherfucker's Omega Sapphire name, of which he did fuck men. That's why we stopped. I'm like, I can't kick it with you. You smell like dick all ass all the time. You like men, you fucking fag. While these motherfuckers wanted to lie and pretend that they were with me when I've been about my business. Even when I had Kingly Construction. Motherfuckers was stealing my construction contracts. I had a lot of jealous fucking men who stole my books in the world, and I could hear them. Oh, we can't let anybody know. It's really her world. It's a woman's world. It's a black woman's world. These are her books. Oh, these tablets, we can't let Rastafarians know that the tablets are her daddy and mama. It's really her books. I knew that you motherfuckers was using information, pardon me, using my family and us. So now we're on the coding They wanted to code our Illuminati, wanted to code our tribe so that they can appear to be intelligent and empowered, which has always been a woman's world and a black woman's world. Any fucking body else want to be in this fucking belief. Do I look like I have locks on my head? Do I look like I have hair? I don't have hair. In the algorithm, in the medical bullshit and the phony videos, these hunkies had wigs on me. Ew. They was putting wigs on me. Well, she's white. See, she's Queen Elizabeth's granddaughter. She's white. I'm glad that when I contact Queen Elizabeth, she answered. I'm grateful to Prince Harry. The entire summer you were here. Thank you. Thank you for accepting my investigations and dealing with your own. All these fucking Englishmen, Lord shits was all over me. We love her cursy. Look at her manners. We can't believe this black girl more cursy than hunkies, than whites. They wanted me. They wanted everything about me. They wanted my entire fucking family. They wanted to put these trifling motherfuckers around mine and say, oh, look at who they associate with. Told my children, these are not your friends. These are just motherfuckers who want to have some type of image and using you. I'm like, we get the fuck away. Get these motherfuckers out your lives. This fat, funky Jewel, Abigail's former roommate, that bitch was going to her room as if it was hers. Look at my daughter's room. It was a nice princess room. That's all their rooms have been. And the fat, funky bitch going, look at her room. And this was my mother. I said, Abigail, I told you not to let that bitch use your grandmother's comforter. This is how the fat, funky hoe live. This is how she needs to live. I went in and took my mama's comforter off her bed and the sheets. It's like, you fat, funky bitch. You don't get to use these. You trifling whore. That bitch stunk so fucking bad. All them fucking guys were coming in, wanting to ring the doorbell when she took a job at night. They wanted to have my daughter seem like a whore. I said, Abigail, these not your friends. Don't answer the fucking door. They were creating a code. I said, don't answer the door. These are this fat bitch's friends. Let her wait. Let them wait until she get home. They had to make my daughter not answer the door and turn the phone on. I'm like, you're not obligated. These are not your friends. And they could kill you. They could rape you. They can endanger you. I warned every last one of them fuckers, and I told them that I knew what they were doing. I knew what they were about. So they wanted to create a code on my daughter answering the door because her fat, funky former roommate called, would you open the door for so-and-so? And then had these motherfuckers in the room with her son. You know how many men was in that girl's room around her son? Who's to say they wasn't fucking her son? Who's to say they didn't rape her little boy? One weekend I went there and camped out, staked out. The bitch didn't even know I was there. I counted 5 men in her room. Guess how many times she bathed and showered? A couple of them fucked her. She never showered. She stunk so bad. She would get up and go to work. She didn't even wash up. I'm like, really? You funky bitch? Since y'all want to have something revealed, now y'all know my daughter Abigail. Y'all know as Nana was never funky. It was the funky roommate rubbing her funky ass and pussy on my daughter's clothes. Now we got to get her up out of here. They were coding her. So when your clothes smelling a little funky or your objects stop working, not working properly, is because of the coding. Someone has taken a code off of an object and they've hacked it because they don't want you to enjoy it. I'm glad they've pulled most of everything of the Marleys off the shelves. I'm glad they've been closing most of the Jamaican restaurants. I said I want them motherfuckers out of Bronzeville. Uncle Joe's is no longer there. Put the motherfuckers out. Mr. Brown's, Hard Rock Hotel, closed, we put them out from downtown. Motherfuckers are guilty. Wild Hair will be closing back also. They stole my tribal money to reopen it and to pay their debt. They're going to be closing also, as well as Exodus 2. We probably won't have a reggae club in Chicago, not unless somebody privately give parties or publicly give them, as far as having one location, not unless me and Kamani open them. Other than that, these two motherfuckers will be closing also. Brace yourself, Chicago.